Hi guys, well I'm here in sunny Stoke-on-Trent and it's freezing and very wet today. I'm here to see a guy that I know called James. He's got a BMW M140i and he's just had a £1,500 exhaust system fitted to it, which I'm told is ridiculously loud. So I think he's coming now actually, so see if I can capture the sound of it for you. Do it again, mate. Oh my god. But yeah, so I'm going to go for a bit of a ride now, and something tells me I'm going to be pretty much scared to death, but I think he'll enjoy that anyway. So we'll see you in a sec.
Yep.
You spent £1,500 on an exhaust.
Yep.
You could have had like a massive array of exhausts out there. Why did you go for this specific one?
Saw it on YouTube mainly.
Yeah.
And then I got in touch with the guys at Motec Performance.
Yeah.
Who provided it, fitted it, and they do a Motec edition now.
Right.
For the M140i.
Yeah.
That have that exhaust on. When I heard it, I was like, yep.
Ah,
So,
that's nice. Oh, I'm getting that little. Oh my god. I'm so not used to that kind of power now. My stomach was actually turning. I could feel my stomach like, oh man. Oh, I always know when I'm in an exciting car because I start to laugh and I get that excited and I start to smile. And even though I'm nearly 40, I feel like I'm 20 years old again, or even a teenager. Yeah. That's amazing. Jesus. Whew. So basically you don't regret the exhaust then, I'm assuming, no?
Best thing I've done to the car.
Yeah. Bloody hell, man. So what power has this car got?
They come stock as 340.
340?
Now I was told that that's sort of under. They're normally about 350.
Oh, really? Wow,
Yeah.
okay. So what is the 0 to 60 time on this car then? Is it like
4.6.
4.6 seconds?
Yep.
And I'm going to ask you a question now.
Yep.
And if you say no, I won't believe you anyway.
Okay.
So just tell the truth, be honest. Now, I bet you're the kind of crazy madman that when you drive this car with, say, call it 350 horsepower, you think to yourself, needs a bit more power.
Yes.
Aren't you? I knew it. So is that the next plan for the car then?
Next plan for this is it's going to be lowered.
Yeah.
Slightly. It's going to have spacers on.
Yeah.
It's then going to have a few visual mods, spoiler, splitter.
Yeah.
And then once I've changed my insurance, once I've had it for a year, it'll then go power.
Right, okay.
Because I can't at the moment.
What, literally just because of your insurance?
Well, my insurance charged me £125 to put the exhaust on.
Did they?
Yeah.
Bloody hell, you're joking?
They're really fancy.
God, I suppose it's the more modifications you do to the car as well, the more attractive it becomes to would-be thieves. I don't know, I suppose,
Yeah.
but I can understand it with the power. But God Almighty. So, like, how much are these cars like brand new? Is it 30 grand or something? Are they? Is that the list price of these?
34 grand was the one I had on order.
34.
Yeah.
God Almighty.
I think roughly about that much.
So 34 grand. Like, if you think on the second-hand market, what you can get access to,
Yeah.
like you can get almost anything on the second-hand market. So what was it about this car that obviously ticked all the boxes for you then? It must have ticked every box for you to. Was it because it was new as well?
I didn't actually. The one I had on order, I cancelled.
Yeah.
and then I brought this second hand
Oh, right, okay.
with 2,500 miles on.
Yeah, it's basically brand new then, isn't
brand
it?
new,
Yeah.
But I wanted something new-ish, so I brought this, and it was 4 months old, 5 months old.
Yeah, so it's still got all your BMW warranty with it and everything, hasn't it then, yeah?
Yeah, and insurance worked, so that's the main thing I've got to worry about.
Yeah, yeah.
So insurance worked, power, I wanted over 300 brake.
Good God.
And yeah, it's just...
To be honest, I mean, I think I've mentioned this before in another video, but I'm like really attracted to that kind of whole low to mid 300 brake horsepower range, because I think you can kind of use or get access to nearly all the power on the roads.
Yeah.
And I think when you start going like, you know, 400, 500, 600, I think it then becomes a lot harder to use all that power.
Yeah.
Unless you're going to take it on a track. But with this, I bet you can get access to nearly all the power, can't you, on the road?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I know it's ridiculously fast, and you know, but
it's a car that I've learned you have to sort of gauge what's in the distance before you can floor it. Otherwise, you're going straight into somebody.
Well, yeah, because it's one of them. Like you're either going to the back of someone, or you're just at the end of any. That is nice. That's beautiful power. Frickin' hell. It's dead linear as well. There's no like, it like pulls really low, doesn't it, as well?
Yeah, it's because it's not like the old M140i.
Yeah.
As the twin turbo.
Oh, right, okay, got you.
N55 engine.
Yeah.
This the B58 with twin scroll, so it's single turbo.
Right, okay.
What you get?
The power seemed to kick in really low then. Like, obviously, say if you get like an old, I don't know, Impreza turbo, you'd get like nothing, and then you get to about 4,000 revs, and you just get a massive burst of power.
Yeah.
I think that was the case anyway. But with this, it was like from straight away, it was like a nuclear bomb going off as soon as you put your foot down, even at low revs.
It's got about 300, near enough, foot-pounds of torque.
Right, so it's like
370 foot-pounds of torque.
370.
Yeah.
God Almighty! So it's like as torquey or more torquey than like the kind of turbo diesels then, because you get a lot of torque in diesels, and this is 370 is amazing. I don't know whether this is probably a ridiculous question to ask you in a car that's like 350 horsepower, but is fuel economy something you ever really think about? It is. And have you ever tried to see what you can get out of a tank of fuel in this car?
Yeah.
What is it?
40. I've got 42 to the gallon out of this on a long run. And
that's impressive. Seriously. Obviously that must have been motorway driving then.
Yeah, motorway driving, no traffic. I did 260 miles on just over half a tank.
Just over half a tank? Was that up to like Glasgow or something?
Yeah,
Scotland?
Glasgow, yeah. So I did. It was exactly 1 bar over half a tank.
That's very impressive, you know. Very impressive. To get that kind of power. Like I never thought they'd be able to, BMW would do a car with this kind of power that could get that kind of return. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Freaking hell, man. Yeah, it's just how you drive them, isn't it? And stuff. You can, you know, like I bet you if you just nailed it around every road, every corner, all day, I bet you'd get that to probably 18 miles to the gallon, probably, wouldn't you? Or...
Well, I've got it down to 22, 21.
That's when you know you're a proper petrol head, because I used to do that. I used to see how low I could get it.
Yeah, it's with having this exhaust on, the pops and the bangs get very addictive.
Yeah.
So
no, it's a lot of fun. Oh my god, that's it. That is very quick. That's a very, very quick car. Considering it's like you could almost argue it's I know it hasn't got like the 4 doors, but it's almost like a practical sort of family car.
Yeah, well, if you got the 5-door version, it isn't.
Yeah. And to have that level of power, and that you can have so much fun in this car. I mean, I'm having loads of fun in this car, and I'm not even driving. And it always feels, when you're not driving, it always feels that little bit quicker when you're not in control as well. So what I haven't asked you about yet is handling in this car. Is this the best handling car you've ever had?
Yes.
Yeah, and that's with no modifications done to the suspension at all, is there?
No.
And how much do you want to lower this car by?
I think it's only 15, 20 mil.
And is that the same on the front and the back, or?
No, I think it's 15 on the rear and 20 on the front. So
Yeah.
The front sits a bit lower.
Yeah, yeah.
But they're e-back springs
Yeah.
that's been developed in conjunction with Motec, so my
Oh, right.
car's literally just going to be going to Motec constantly.
Yeah. But I bet you, I mean, with the car like this though, because it's turbocharged, you could probably just, like, when it's ready, you'd just be able to get it chipped. And I bet that'll give you another 50 brake horse just on a chip. I bet it'll probably take it up to 400 brake horsepower just with a 500 quid chip or something.
Well, with my exhaust, I'm going to then put an air filter on.
Yeah.
And then going probably put the Remus powerizer on it.
Yeah.
I'm
So you'll have
looking at
3
over
things
400
then.
brake.
What, with those 3 things combined, you should be on about 400, maybe more?
Yeah.
My God, that's crazy. I wonder if that would get the 0 to 60 down to about 4 seconds or something like that. Because that's freaking phenomenal power, that is. I can't believe I can't believe you've got this much power at 23. I'm like, I know I've said it earlier on, but like, it really annoys me. And I've got 89, and I can't bear it. I'm gonna have to do something about that this year. My God, the technology's moved on massively. They're amazing now, the gearboxes in these cars.
Yeah, with this having the ZF, so 8-speed.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And
It's 8, bloody hell.
8-speed, yeah.
Wow.
And I was told that.
Whoa, that's good. Whoa, Jesus.
That Audi are going to be using this gearbox.
Yeah.
For the new ones, and then they just put their own config on it.
Oh, right, okay.
So,
Bloody hell. No, I mean, you know, just like initial impressions of the car, it's absolutely incredible. The gearbox, I mean, from a passenger point of view, the gearbox feels amazing because it's so smooth. The handling is incredible. The acceleration is awesome.
Yeah.
I think it looks nice. I think the interior is gorgeous. I love the interior on the BMs now. The seats are freaking amazing as well. What have I left out? Fuel economy is incredible from what you've told me.
Yeah.
The sound of this new exhaust is, well, I've never heard anything like it in my life. It's amazing. And you're right, the kind of the pops and the crackles and the bangs, it does put a smile on your face. And it does,
Always.
you know, and I don't think it matters how old you are. I can't imagine any bloke, especially if he's a bit of a petrol head, even if he was like 70, not liking that. It's just fun, isn't it? And
Yeah.
But you know, it just makes you, Christ, if I had this car, I'd get to work every day with a big grin on my face, which I'm sure you probably do.
Yeah. Yeah, it's brilliant.